stands out the most to you about tonight?
Thought our guys' conviction to execute a game plan and stick with that game plan was excellent. I told the group this, you know, there are certain moments throughout the season that, you know, you just get up for it. And, you know, I pretty much haven't slept since we walked out the court for it. And, you know, I just spent a lot of time on this game. Our staff spent a lot of time on this game. I envisioned our guys playing hard. They played harder than I could have envisioned. They battled tonight. And those are the two things that stood out.
You had mentioned before the game you wanted to see Luka enter a certain mode. I don't remember exactly what your words were.
Blackout episode.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw that.
He got one. He got one.
Okay.
At the end of the first half when he hit the three right in front of our bench, 63-52. He started screaming.
Okay.
I don't know who was screaming at, but he started screaming. It was great.
He looked kind of like Luka, right? But
Yeah.
can you just describe what you saw from him all night?
No, he was great. You know, he controlled the game when he had the ball in his hands, made some great decisions. I thought the way he handled the shock with Jokic up in pick and roll early, getting us good looks, getting Jackson 2 layups. They had to go to other options. And then on the other end, you know, it was, you know, a top-notch defensive game from him. And again, that was all our guys. You know, they battled and they competed and they executed at a really high level.
Big part of that game plan was having Rui physically beat Jokic and deny. I think 7 shot attempts. I think for him is the tied for the season low this year. How good was Rui in that job tonight, and how good team-wise were you in really just making it difficult for them to even get Nikola the ball?
Yeah, I mean, again, he leads the NBA in touches. He's going to touch the ball. We tried to limit his touches as much as possible. Rui was outstanding. He was a warrior tonight, a warrior. And all the guys that had primary turns on him, LeBron at one point, Vando for sure, setting the tone with his physicality, Doe as well. And then anytime a small got switched on again, we just stuck with what we were trying to do and had to live with some things, but that's what we were willing to do.
And then to the second question, in terms of, you know, obviously Luka dealt with a pretty big shock to his world in this trade. And, you know, you said you guys spoke, but how important do you think it'll be for him to have played a game like this now in the Lakers uniform as he moves forward with the organization?
Yeah, I think again, the sort of return to normalcy and in some ways a new normal that we're trying to create for him, there are steps to all of that for it to become his new normal. And you need, in some ways, like what about Bob? You need baby steps, and you know, tonight was a baby step.
There's no way he's seen it.
My staff hasn't seen it.
I've never even heard of that.
It's a Bill Murray.
Excellent.
It's an excellent movie. Richard Dreyfuss, baby steps to the elevator. Baby steps to the
There was a play in the first half where Luka found LeBron streaking down the court perfectly in stride and finishes. I think it's happened a few times already. They're sort of on time to play with one another. I imagine that's just instincts. What's it like for you to see them already developing?
Yeah,
chemistry?
I think we envision with Luka's decision making, LeBron's decision making, our emphasis on throw aheads, throwing crosses, our running patterns, all that stuff. Like we can be a really good transition team when we get stops and deflections and steals, and certainly you look for that. Like Luka with an advantage and LeBron streaking down the sideline. I feel like something good is going to happen with that.
And that first shift from Vando, you had a couple steals, just getting in the guys' faces. I mean, on paper, with the trade being rescinded, okay, center, you might be a soft spot on your roster, but can you make up for it playing full up on it?
Yeah, again, this is all every night matchup dependent. He's going to play on the ball some. He's going to play at the 5 some. We're going to play a second big some nights. You know, I thought just the energy from the bench, from the guys that didn't play. Keith again, just leading that was great. And Vando is, he's a Swiss Army knife on the defense tonight. He can do a lot of things, and we'll look for him to do a lot of things going forward.
What were the key elements of the defensive game plan? Were there some similarities to how you played with Knicks and just kind of the swarming, or what was kind of the thing that stood out that you felt like the players really followed?
Yeah, there was a similarity, just in terms of the messaging around what we were going to live with, and then, the difference was, really just whiting Jokic as soon as he crossed half court, and then just relying on that secondary defender on the backside to take away the over-the-top pass, and they got some of those cuts off of it, and also created some turnovers off it, and also got the ball in other guys' hands on that when he did catch the ball. So we executed that well.
JJ, with the ball movement tonight, it felt like you guys generated a ton of open looks, and even in the first half, you guys missed a bunch, and we're still up relatively big. Was tonight kind of your vision for the offense, and is sort of a preview of what this group can do as they continue to build on this?
Yeah, I think Luka needs to be the guy that controls the offense. Ron and AR, because we're going to stagger everybody, they're going to have their times to be on the ball. But all three of those guys are very intelligent basketball players. You can create mismatches, you can get teams in the blender, and a lot of times that's how we were able to generate, I thought, some great posts in the first half. Made some early, and then we felt like we were getting good offense throughout that first half.
Thanks, Coach. LeBron is ready in the locker room.